The fog is thin today, more like a silver veil than a blanket, allowing the morning sun to turn the redwood needles into tiny, glowing needles of copper. The grove smells like a fresh rain that never quite fell, that sharp, sweet scent of petrichor mixed with the deep, musky vanilla of old bark. Dr. Green stands near a cluster of clover, scratching the back of his head with a wry grin. Okay, he says, his voice bouncing softly off the giant trunks. Here we go. This will be a little different today. We've talked about the NID and the mesoscale, but today I want to talk about why some people try to turn the NID into a magic show. The definition: what is quantum woo-woo? Dr. Green, there's a term floating around the skeptical community, popularized by folks like James Randi and Michael Shermer. It's called quantum woo-woo. Eclectic Scout, leaning forward from a fallen log. Woo-woo? Like the sound a ghost makes in a cheap cartoon? Dr. Green, chuckling exactly. Scout! It's the perfect onomatopoeia. It's what happens when someone takes a legitimate, mind-bending scientific concept, like entanglement or superposition, strips away all the math and the vacuum-sealed laboratory conditions, and uses it to explain why you can vibrate your way into a new car. Portillo man, tapping a light, syncopated rhythm on his knee. Man, I hear that at the drum circles all the time. People talk about tuning their frequency to the universe to get a promotion. I'm always like, brother, I'm just trying to stay in 4/4 time. Luna, scribbling furiously in her small seed book's notebook. Wait, so the woo is just a category error? Taking the tiny and pretending it's the big? The formula of the woo. Dr. Green, precisely, Luna. Here's the formula for quantum woo. The hook, take a smart-sounding word, e.g., the observer effect. The twist, claim that because a photon acts differently when measured, you can change your bank account just by looking at it. The result, you don't have to choose between a salad and a burger because all realities exist at once. But here in the mesoscale, if you drop a glass, it breaks. It doesn't exist in a state of both broken and unbroken while you look at it. It's just a mess on the kitchen floor. Sophia, holding a thermos of cold brew, if I could manifest a clean counter at the shop just by observing it, I'd be out of a job by noon. The reality is someone's gotta pick up the rag and wipe the espresso grounds. The group erupts in laughter. The sound travels up the redwoods, a warm human vibration in the cool morning air. The bridge real quantum biology. Dr. Green, now let's be fair. Is there a middle ground? Yes, but it's not magic, it's engineering. It's a field called quantum biology. Dr. Green, scientists are finding that some things in our mesoscale world actually use quantum tricks to survive. Bird migration. Some birds have proteins in their eyes that might use quantum entanglement to literally see the Earth's magnetic field. Photosynthesis. Plants use quantum walks to move energy with near-perfect efficiency. They aren't manifesting the sun's semicolon. They've evolved to use the NID of the universe to feed themselves. Eclectic Scout, so the birds and the plants aren't doing woo-woo. They're just high-tech? Dr. Green, exactly. They aren't using easy street thinking. They are doing the hard, physical work of evolution. They've integrated the quantum into the mesoscale to solve energy problems. The final reflection. Dr. Green, using humor like quantum woo-woo is our shield. It allows us to acknowledge the awesome nature of the universe without letting manifesting teachers turn it into a get-rich-quick scheme. The universe is a NID, but it requires us to move our hands and feet. Luna closing her zine, so less vibrating for a car and more stewardship for the garden. Dr. Green, you've got it, Luna. We don't need magic when we have the actual miraculous mechanics of life. If we want to fix the climate or our energy grid, we have to learn from the plants, not by wishing, but by understanding. The woodpecker from earlier lets out a sudden sharp rat-a-tat-tat. Portillo man, he's not manifesting that beetle, Doc. He's putting in the hours. Dr. Green, laughing, class dismissed. Go be the engineers of your own lives.
Please click like and then subscribe. Also share this video with your friends. Thank you.